is there a difference between neuroplasticity and flexible thinking?
I have not heard the term flexible thinking. It sounds like a, I mean, it sounds like a thing. Maybe this person who asked that question didn't mean for it to be that way. I can maybe guess what it is. But to me, neuroplasticity is really the science that is showing that our brain has the fundamental capacity to change. This outdated notion that I certainly grew up with in the 70s of, you know, we have the brain that we had when we were, you know, a teenager, and that's sort of it's set. It is so not that way. We have incredible ability and power to change our brains. So I would think that neuroplasticity can affect flexible thinking, that having a more connected, for example, brain would yield more flexible thinking, but I don't have any specific knowledge of that term.
So this might shed some light on that, because the follow-up, or the next one asked after that was, can someone have a rigid worldview as to values and perspectives, for instance, and yet be flexible in other regards? So kind of like the two, I guess, at the same time.
Can somebody have a rigid worldview and yet be flexible? What does it say?
And but be flexible in other regards.
Well, what does it mean to have, so like a rigid worldview, to me, is somebody who is actually, so that a rigid worldview would be a thought or a belief. And so there's a really important aspect to stepping into flow, which is about fundamentally acknowledging and allowing what's here. And trying to, it's really bringing a non-judgmental mind to what's here. And it doesn't mean that we wouldn't act, you know, there might be policies that somebody's enacting that you say, I'm not going to vote for those policies. They're not aligned with my worldview. But we fundamentally stop the incessant need to categorize and bin everything that arises into bad and good. And so there is some flexibility. There's actually a mindfulness and a presence in acting that way. And it's really a surrender to what is here now.